Hi guys, in this video we are going to talk about the topic which comes under item analysis, which is the item difficulty of power test. So after the items have been written or after the process of item writing has been done, items are subjected to the process of item analysis. In item analysis, the items which are valid and suited to the purpose of conducting the test are selected and rest of the items are either eliminated or modified. The two most common indices which item analysis reveals are index of difficulty and index of discrimination value. In this video, we are going to talk about the index of difficulty of power test. What is power test? The power test is the one where the examinee is allowed sufficient time for answering all the items of the test, and the emphasis here is upon the measurement of ability of examinee and not his speed. Ideally, in such a test, items are of different difficulty values and they are arranged in increasing order of difficulty. So the first step of item analysis is to find out the difficulty value of an item or the index of difficulty. Now, what is the index of difficulty? It is the proportion or the percentage of examinees who are answering the item correctly. So the higher the index of difficulty, it means easier the item. Please don't get confused here because of this term, because the index of difficulty, as I already told, that it is the percentage of examinees which are answering correctly. So the more the examinees are answering correctly, it means the item is easier. Now, how do we determine the index of difficulty? Suppose if 90% of the examinees are answering an item correctly, what does that mean is that item is easier, so it is not discriminating very well between the upper and lower groups. And similarly, if the item is answered by only 3% of the examinees, it means that item is very difficult, that only a few of the examinees are able to answer correctly. So here also it is not discriminating very well between the upper and the lower groups or the inferior and the superior groups. So the ideal situation would be when the item is of moderate difficulty, which means the item is answered by 50% of the examinees correctly and 50% of the examinees incorrectly. And the reason why the items of moderate difficulty indices are preferred is that they signal the maximum variance or the variability among the examinees. Maximum variance indicates maximum number of comparisons or separations among individuals who pass and fail. For example, if an item is passed by 50% in the group of 100 examinees, it means it discriminates between 50 who pass it and 50 who fail it. The total number of comparisons is therefore equal to 50 into 50, which is 2500, which is the maximum. Likewise, if an item is passed by 60%, the maximum comparisons would be 60 into 40, which is 2400. Thus, the best item in terms of comparison or variability is the item whose index of difficulty is 50% or 0.5. So here is a little calculation which proves the highest variance. We know that variance is equal to the square of standard deviation. The formula of standard deviation is under root PQ, where P is the mean of proportion passing an item and Q is the proportion failing an item. Here these both are 0.5. So by the calculation, the variance comes out to be 0.25, which is the highest at 0.5.